Welcome back for my third year of my best and worst cases video, and this year is going to be for the brand new Galaxy S24 Plus. I also want to give a big thank you to everybody who left me a comment in last year's S23 Plus video, and if you're new here and you like what I'm doing and you want to show me your support, hit that like button because it really helps out the channel. And I'll also be putting timestamps and product links in the video description because this is going to be a lengthy video, but stick with me because I guarantee you're going to find one case here you're going to absolutely love. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video because that's where I'm going to give you my favorite case picks based on a few different categories. So grab your snacks, sit back and relax and enjoy the video. And then here we have the TORRAS O Stand case. Now TORRAS makes some really great accessories for the brand new Galaxy S24 Plus, and this year they've stepped up their game with the O Stand case. This one accessory includes all the important features you would want in a case. The O Stand puts a regular case, a stand, a MagSafe connection, and a ring all in one place. This case also has mil-spec protection, but keeps the phone pretty slim and has raised edges on the front and the back of the phone to keep your screen and the camera lenses protected. The stand offers you two modes of operation. We've got a vertical mode, which you can use to take Zoom calls and such, and we also have a horizontal mode, which you can use for watching YouTube or Netflix, and when you're done, it folds away flat right back into the case. And the MagSafe ring in the back not only allows you to use MagSafe accessories, such as their MagSafe power bank, which clips onto the back of the case very easily and immediately starts to charge your phone. The case also has a really strong hold when using MagSafe accessories, so you don't have to worry about your accessory just falling off. And the ring on the back is also magnetic, so you can stick it to things that are metal like a refrigerator or a stove hood, so you can easily watch your favorite cooking recipe while you're cooking. The kickstand really comes in handy for me because I like to watch YouTube videos while I'm brushing my teeth and eating breakfast. So the case does feel really nice in the hand. It is not slippery. It's got a nice smooth rubber type material all the way around the case to help protect your phone. If we look at the sides, you can see that raised edge all the way around the front of the phone to help protect your screen. And it also doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone either, which keeps it nice, slim, and flat. We've got our cutouts on the bottom. We have our power button and volume buttons on the other side. And on the back, again, we have that metal magnetic MagSafe ring. And we have the raised edges around our camera lenses for extra protection there as well. The kickstand also is not flimsy and it stays in pretty much any orientation or position that you put it in. It doesn't just flop around like some of the other cases. And again, it folds flat right back into the case, which I absolutely love. Because the last thing you want is to put your phone in your pocket and have it get caught on those bumps that some of the other cases have. It's got a really cool frosted matte backing that is nice and hard and it will protect your phone while still showing off the color of your phone as well, which is really nice. And because the case is matte, it also doesn't show fingerprints easily either. And even though this has a MagSafe ring in the back, you can also use it with regular wireless chargers as well if that's what you happen to have. And if you're also worried about dropping your phone like I am, the MagSafe stand also doubles as a little ring that you can put your fingers through so you can get a better hold on your phone when you're walking. So now you don't have to worry about it falling out of your hand very easily and dropping on the ground. This case also holds onto your phone really well, so you don't have to worry about it popping off even if you happen to drop your phone. It doesn't just very easily come out of the case. You really have to put some force into the case edges to even have the phone come out of the case. The buttons are also very easily accessible and they're very clicky, which I absolutely love. I think this is a pretty nice looking case and it also offers a lot of really great features at a great price. So I would definitely recommend this case and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Crystal Slim case by Base. So the first case we're going to take a look at is the Crystal Slim case. It is crystal clear. It's got a 10-foot drop protection and it also has MagSafe built in. So here is the case itself. Feels really nice in the hand. It is grippy. Let's put our phone inside the case. Fits really nice on the phone. Again, it's not slippery. It's got a nice grip in your hand. Buttons, easily accessible. and pressable. If we look at the side here, you can see that it does have a raised edge on the front of the phone to protect the screen. It also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either. On the side, it's got kind of like this serration texture to help with grip. On the bottom, we have all our cutouts. On the side, we have our power button and our volume buttons, which are separated. If we look at the back, you can see that we do have the MagSafe ring, and we also have a cutout for our camera lenses that is raised above the camera lens to protect the protector and your camera lenses as well. So that's definitely a plus. And the camera lens protector fits perfectly within inside this case. The case is crystal clear, shows off the color of your phone, very nice. The case also has a nice magnetic hold if you're using a MagSafe accessory, such as this Power Puck by PowerPeak, and it charges your phone immediately. You can also use this case with regular wireless charging as well if you don't happen to have any MagSafe accessories. So if you're looking for a nice clear case that's going to protect your phone and offer you MagSafe accessory usability, I would definitely check out the Crystal Slim case. And then here we have the ProTech series case by Base. This case offers you more drop protection at 15 feet. And then here we have the ProTech series case. This case offers you more drop protection at 15 feet, and it's also MagSafe compatible. So this case does have a two-piece design. It's got a hard polycarbonate backing surrounded by a softer, more protective TPU. Looks really nice. Put our phone inside the case. Feels nice in the hand. It is nice and smooth. Buttons are clicky, easily accessible. If we take a look at the side, you can see the case doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone, and it also has a raised edge all the way around the front for screen protection. It also has reinforcements in the corners for extra drop protection. It's got that nice texture on the side, our little lanyard holes over here, cutouts on the bottom. We have our power button and volume buttons on the side, and on the back, again, it's got that cool, hard plastic texture, and it also has a well to protect your camera lenses along with that protector as well. No pun intended. Looks really nice, and as I said before, this does have MagSafe built in. So again, if you're going to use a MagSafe accessory such as this Power Puck, clips right onto the case, nice and strong, and it starts to charge your phone immediately. And if you just kind of hover your phone over the MagSafe accessory, it picks it up and it starts to charge your phone. I've tested out a couple other cases that have this two-piece design, and it seems to work really well. Your phone is surrounded by the nice soft drop protective TPU, but it has the nice hard back in case you happen to drop something on your phone or drop your phone on your back. It's going to be protected. I like that texture that it's got on the back as well. And it fits the rear camera protectors perfectly too. And just like the Crystal Slim case, this case also works with regular wireless charging as well, not just MagSafe accessories. Another really nice thing about this case is because it has this plastic texture on the back, it's not going to show fingerprints anywhere on the case. So it should stay nice the whole time. That is, for fingerprints at least. The edges of the case are also nice and firm too, so you don't have to worry about it wearing out over time and becoming flimsy like some other silicone cases. I personally like this case. I like the way it looks, I like the way it feels. It doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone, and if you're not interested in a clear case, but you want more drop protection, the ProTech series case is one you're going to want to take a look at. And then here we have the base folio wallet. So if you're looking for a case that's going to protect your phone and offer you a kickstand kind of feature along with holding some of your cards, the folio wallet is one you're going to want to take a look at. This also has MagSafe built in, and it's also made with plant-based materials that are more sustainable than regular leather. This folio wallet also has a 10-foot drop protection, so you're going to be protected there if you happen to drop your phone. And it also comes off of the folio portion as well. So if you just want to carry around the case, you can do that too. And it clips on with a magnet. Really nice. I like to see that kind of versatility. Now, one thing I just discovered is if you want to use the rear camera protectors, you're not going to be able to use this case because it doesn't fit in the cutout here. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. So I'm going to have to take off the camera protector for this case. So we'll put the phone inside the case now. Just kind of presses into place. Fits very well. Looks really nice. Take it out of the piece here. Feels nice in the hand. It's got that nice smooth kind of silicone feel, but it feels good in the hand. Buttons are nice and clicky, easily accessible. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone, but it does have a raised edge to protect your screen. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the side, we have our power button and our volume buttons. And on the back, again, it's got kind of like that leather type look. It feels nice and soft, and we also have a raised edge around our camera lenses for protection there as well. Very nice case all by itself, but then when we add it to the folio case, holds in place with the magnet, and again, you can put up to 3 cards. We also have a little side pocket in here, folds up, holds in place with the magnet, looks really nice, and it also adds some extra protection for your camera lenses as well. It's also not super thick either. And if you want to use that little kickstand feature, you can kind of just hold it like this and then put your phone in kind of like a landscape mode so you can watch some Netflix or something like that. It's a pretty nice case. It smells like leather too. I really like the fact that you can take this off the folio case if you don't want to use it. Now again, as I mentioned, this case does have MagSafe built in. When you're using MagSafe on the back with the folio, you will need to probably put your phone down on top of the charger because it doesn't have enough magnetic force to hold it through the folio cover. But if you put it over the MagSafe laying down, it will start to charge, but it kind of falls off if you pick it up off the folio. But if you take the phone off of the folio cover, put this magnet over the phone, it holds in place really nicely. So you don't have to worry about it just falling off. So you can charge through the folio cover, but it works better just with the case itself. And this has a nice soft inner material as well to help keep your case nice and free from scratches. So first up, we're going to start off with the Ringke Onyx in Camo Black. And here is the case itself. It's got that really cool camo pattern with a type of texture-y back, which is really nice. It's made of a soft, flexible TPU. This case is also military grade drop tested and should keep your phone safe from medium drops. And this case itself weighs about 36 grams. Put our phone inside the case. The Onyx case is really nice if you want to keep your phone pretty slim but still offers some pretty good protection. It does feel nice in the hand. It's got some texture on the sides here to help with grip. It's not slippery. The buttons, accessible, nice and clicky, easily pressable as well. If we turn it to the side, you can see how thin the phone still is. And we also have a raised edge around the front of the screen to help with the protection there as well. There is the texture I was talking about. We have our lanyard hole at the bottom corner here. We have our cutouts on the bottom. We have our power button and separated volume buttons on the other side. We also have some kind of reinforcement in the corners as well. On the back, again, it's got that really cool texture with the camo pattern. Looks really nice. And we also have a raised edge around our camera lenses for protection there too. This case also works perfectly fine for wireless charging as well. I've used the Onyx case in the past on some of my Galaxy devices, and it's one of my favorite Ringke cases. Like I mentioned before, it's nice and slim, but it still offers some protection for your phone. And they also offer the Onyx case in this green color as well. It has the same great properties with that nice texture on the back, but no camo pattern. Here we have Ringke's Fusion Bold case in black. And then here is the Fusion Bold case. It's kind of a mix between the Onyx and one of their clear cases. It's got a TPU on the sides and a hard polycarbonate back, but also shows off the color of your phone, which is really nice. Now before you use this case, you're going to want to remove these little tabs here, one in the inner portion and one on the back. And this case weighs 30 grams, so it's a little lighter than the regular Onyx case. So it fits the phone perfectly and feels just as good in the hand as the Onyx cases did. It's got our textured pattern on the side here. We have our lanyard hole at the bottom corner. As you can see, it still has the raised edge around the front of the case, and it doesn't really add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either. We have our cutouts on the bottom. We have our power button and volume buttons on the side. We also have another lanyard hole on the other side here. On the back, again, it's got that nice clear polycarbonate, shows off the color of your phone while still maintaining a very solid, rigid back for protection. And it's also got some raised edges to protect your cameras as well. Looks really nice. It does collect a little bit of fingerprints, but you can very easily just wipe those away. And it looks brand new. This case also works perfectly fine with regular wireless charging as well. So if you're looking for a case that's not totally clear, but has a nice clear back to show off the color of your phone while still giving you the nice black textured TPU material on the sides, the Bold case is definitely the way to go. This is one of their newer cases, and I think it's a really great option for people who don't, again, want a totally clear case. Buttons are also nice and clicky, easily pressable, and accessible. Again, this reminds me of the Onyx case, but you get to show off the color of your phone because why would you pick a color and cover it up with a case? This is a perfect solution for that. Here we have Ringke's Fusion X case in black. And here is the Fusion X case. This is definitely a little bit more protective case, but it still keeps your phone pretty slim. Again, you want to remove these plastic covers before you use your phone. They put this on here just to make sure that the polycarbonate stays scratch-free until it gets to you. And this case weighs 32 grams. This is another one of my top favorite cases by Ringke. It's got the nice clear back. It's also military grade drop tested. Put our phone inside. Goes on the phone really well, holds in place. It's got some nice grip to it. Buttons on the side are easily pressable. They're nice and textured so you can find them really easy. Nice and clicky. Definitely feels good in the hand. If we take a look from the side, you can see that it's got that same raised edge to help protect your screen. It's got more reinforcements in the corners for drop protection than some of the other cases that I just showed you. We also have the texture on the side for grip. We've got our lanyard hole in the bottom corner. We have our cutouts in the bottom. We have our power button, which is like serrated. It's got some texture to it so you can easily find it and press it. And we have our separated volume buttons that are kind of on an angle, as you can see here. It makes it a little easier to press. On the back again, it's got that nice clear back to show off the color of your phone. We also have a raised edge around our camera lenses to help protect with that. And we also have some extra protection in the corners for when you put your phone on its back. It won't rock around like some of the other phones will, and it gives some extra protection for the back and your camera lenses as well. So if you want a phone that's going to give you a little bit more protection for drops and scratches than some of the other ones, I would definitely go with the Fusion X. And as you can see, again, it keeps the phone pretty slim. This case also works well with wireless charging. And again, just like the other clear cases, this case does pick up a little bit of fingerprints, but you can easily just wipe those away. And again, it looks brand new. Definitely a huge fan of the Fusion X. Again, this is another one of the cases that I've used in the past on some of my Galaxy devices, and I absolutely love it. They actually have a camo version of this. Instead of the clear, it's got a camo pattern and it's kind of transparent. Looks really cool. That's the one that I personally like. And here we have Ringke's Fusion case in a matte clear. And then here we have the Fusion Matte Clear case. This case is really nice if you love clear cases, and it has a matte back, so it keeps the fingerprints down to a minimum. It also comes with these little plastic clear covers that you just want to peel off before you use the case. And for the weight, this case is pretty thin and light, and it only weighs 29 grams. So if you look at the back here, you can see that nice frosted look. So again, it's going to keep the fingerprints down to a minimum. I absolutely love this for the clear cases. Fits the phone perfectly again. Feels good in the hand. It is a little grippy. Buttons on the side, easily pressable, nice and clicky. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge around the front of the phone to protect the screen. On the side, we have our lanyard hole at the bottom here. And in the corners, you can see that it's got some extra reinforcement in case you happen to drop your phone. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the side, we have our power button and our volume buttons. And on the back, it's got that nice frosted clear back. I absolutely love this case. If you want a clear case, the matte clear is definitely the way to go. It's also got a slight raised edge around our camera lenses for protection there too. Really nice clear case, and this also works really well with wireless charging. So if you love clear cases, again, I would definitely recommend the matte clear case because not only is it nice and smooth, just like the glass that's on the phone, but it also is going to keep down those fingerprints and keep it looking nice and clean while it shows off the color of your phone. And here we have the Ringke Fusion case in clear. And then here we have the regular Fusion case. This is totally clear, and it comes with these little plastic protectors again. So if you don't want the matte look, you can get the totally clear case to make it look crystal clear. And this case weighs 29 grams. Again, it feels really light and it is pretty thin. It's got a nice hard polycarbonate back surrounded by the softer TPU sides. Again, fits the phone perfectly. This case is also military grade drop tested. It feels really good in the hand, just like the matte one did. It's nice and grippy. The buttons on the side are easily pressable. They're nice and clicky as well. If we look at it from the side, you can see again it's got the raised edge on the bottom and the top to protect your screen. We have our lanyard hole on the bottom corner. We also have the same reinforced edges for drop protection. Cutouts on the bottom. Power button that is textured on the side, our volume buttons, and again on the back shows off the color of your phone in the crystal clear. Now because this is crystal clear, again it is going to pick up some fingerprints, but you can easily just wipe those away. It's also got a raised edge to help protect your camera lenses, and the phone case does work perfectly fine with regular wireless charging. So if you're looking for a totally clear case that's going to give your phone some drop protection and look great while doing it and still be affordable, the Fusion Clear is definitely the way to go. And then here we have a minimalist case by Thinborne. So it comes in this really nice presented box. It's got kind of like this aramid fiber look all the way around the box itself. You open it up to see the case. This case is made from 600D aramid fiber. It's super light and thin and strong. And the reason why I said it was a good value, because not only does it come with the case, but it comes with 2 tempered glass screen protectors. This case also does have built-in MagSafe, which is awesome. So if you have other MagSafe accessories like power banks or car mounts, you can definitely use it with this case. It also has a couple installation kits for the tempered glass. So first off, let's see how much this case weighs. It's going to be super light at only 23 grams. So if we take a closer look at the case, as you can see, again, it is super light, very thin. And because it's got that aramid fiber on the back, it keeps down fingerprint smudges, but you might get a few on here. You just need to wipe them off. It's really not that bad. So let's put our phone inside the case. Clips onto the phone very nicely. Feels really good in the hand. Nice and smooth. Feels like there's no case on the phone at all. And look at how slim that is. That is awesome. It also has a slight raised edge around the front of the phone to accommodate for that tempered glass as well. If you look in the bottom, as you can see, it doesn't have a big cutout like some other cases. It's pretty much covered except for your ports. On the side here, it does have that cutout for your power button and your volume rocker. On the back, again, it's got that nice aramid fiber. It's nice and smooth, and they also have a raised edge to protect your camera lenses as well. It is slight, but it is there. I really do like this case. It fits the phone perfectly, and as you can see, it adds pretty much no extra bulk. It's kind of like the phone doesn't even have a case on it when you're holding it. Now, the case won't really protect your phone if you happen to drop it. If you happen to hit one of the edges here, of course, it'll protect it from scuffs, but that's only like minor drops. This case really isn't for drop protection. It's more for keeping the back and sides of your phone from scratches and keeping it super thin while feeling really good in the hand. So now that we have the case on the phone, let's install the tempered glass screen protector. So the first thing you want to do is to clean off the screen really well, making sure you get rid of any dust, dirt, grease. Then dry it off. And it doesn't really come with an installation guide because you can use the case as the guide itself. So what I would recommend doing is taking the guide stickers, putting on the screen protector just like this to kind of give you something to hold on to during installation. Then we'll peel off the bottom of the protector. And then just hold on to those guide stickers to install. Then once you have the screen where you want it, just kind of press down in the middle and you can see it start to adhere to your screen. Remove your stickers and you can kind of push down any part that you see that still has some minor bubbles. Now if you take a look at the installation, it looks pretty good. We do have some slight bubbles in the top corners here, and I did happen to get some hair underneath the screen protector, but I think it has to do the way that you place the screen, because at the bottom here I have more of a gap than I do at the top, so you have to place it a little better than I did and you shouldn't get any bubbles. But it looks really good on the phone as far as touch. Feels nice and smooth, just like the glasses on the phone. This is also a full coverage screen protector, so it does cover your camera on the top, but now your phone is protected on the screen, on the edges, and on the back. And as far as fingerprints goes, it does pick up some fingerprint smudges, but you can very easily just wipe those away. No problem there. The edges of the screen protector are also rounded off. Let's test out our fingerprints. And fingerprints seem to be working just fine. Yeah, so if your fingerprints aren't working, just re-register them and you shouldn't have any problems. As far as touch goes, seems like we have no problems there either. Everything seems to be working fine. You can access the top. And as you can see, it is crystal clear. Now there is a slight gap on the edges of the phone, so it's not actually touching the case. So there isn't any lifting and it should be case compatible in case you want to use these screen protectors with another case as well. And then like I mentioned before, this case also does have MagSafe. So I have my MagSafe power bank here. We take this and put this on the back, clips into place, and it starts to charge your phone immediately. And it's got a nice strong magnetic hold on the back, so you don't have to worry about your MagSafe accessory just falling off. And unlike some of the other cases, this MagSafe battery doesn't actually touch the camera lenses, so there's no gap, and it gives it a much stronger hold than it would than some other cases. And if you have these little pucks, these work amazing as well. And you can also use this with regular wireless charging if you don't happen to have a MagSafe power bank or a charger. This is my second time reviewing a case from Thinborne, and I've got really nothing bad to say about it. If you're looking for a minimalist case that's super strong, very thin and light, and offers you built-in MagSafe, I would definitely recommend the Thinborne Aramid fiber case. So here we have the Benks Armor Air Case. This case is super strong, super light. It works with MagSafe. It's made from 600D Kevlar. This case is for the person that wants to protect their phone, but keep their phone as thin as possible. So here is that case. As you can see, it's got a metal ring around the camera on the back for extra protection. Again, it's super light, very thin. It's got a nice soft Kevlar on the back. On the inside, you can see that MagSafe ring, so you can use with all MagSafe accessories. We'll put our phone inside the case. Snaps on the case very easily, and as you can see, the phone is just as thin as it was before I put the case on it. It feels really good in the hand. It is not slippery, and if we look at it from the side, you can see how thin the phone actually is. There's also a slight raised edge around some parts of the front of the phone. On the bottom, we have our cutout for our charging port and our speaker and our mic. If we look at it on the side, you can see there's a big cutout for our volume button and our power button. On the top, we have our microphones. And on the back, again, you have that nice soft aramid fiber, and you have a metal ring around the camera lenses. And it also comes up above the camera lenses to protect them as well. And because it's metal, you know that it's not going to dent or scratch very easily. Looks really nice. And like I mentioned before, it does work with MagSafe. Here we have a MagSafe charger. Clips onto the back really good. It's got a nice strong hold, and it starts to charge the phone immediately. And it's got a nice strong hold, so you don't have to worry about your MagSafe accessory just falling off either. This is a really nice case. So if you're looking for a minimalist, light, strong case, the Armor Air is one I would definitely take a look at. And then here we have the Benks Armor Pro case. So the Armor Pro case is pretty much just like the Armor Air, but it offers more protections along the edges of the case itself. As you can see on the back, it's still got that nice 600D Kevlar. Looks really nice, nice and smooth, and it doesn't show fingerprints either. We have the same metal ring around our camera lenses, and on the inside, we have the MagSafe magnets. So we'll put our phone inside the case. Pops on the phone really nice, feels good in the hand. It's not slippery, but it's not grippy. It's just kind of got like a smooth rubber type feel. Buttons are also nice and clicky, easily pressable. If we look at it from the side, you can see there is a raised edge all the way around the front of the phone, and it doesn't add much bulk to the phone either. On the bottoms, we have our cutouts for our ports. We have our power button and our volume buttons on the side. On the back, we have our metal camera ring to protect our camera lenses, and it's also raised up above the camera lenses as well for extra protection. And we also have the Kevlar on the back, which again is nice and smooth, and it doesn't show fingerprints, which is awesome. Looks really good on the phone. Again, we'll try out our MagSafe. Here we have that MagSafe battery, clips onto the back, and starts to charge our phone. And it's also got that same strong hold on the MagSafe, so you don't have to worry about the MagSafe accessory just falling off. Another really nice case. I absolutely love this. So again, if you want to protect your phone while keeping it nice and slim, but give it a little more protection than the Armor Air, the Armor Pro is definitely the way to go. And then here we have the Pitaka MagEZ Case 4. So I definitely applaud Pitaka for making their boxes out of recycled materials and giving you the least amount of box possible while still making it a really nice presentation. So here is the case itself. It's got kind of like this inner portion you just need to take out. They talk about sustainability, which is nice. So there is the case. As you can see, it is super light, very thin. We have our MagSafe ring on the inside here. Let's see how much it actually weighs. It only weighs 21 grams. That's the lightest case that I've tested so far. It's got a really nice aramid fiber back, feels really cool, and it doesn't show fingerprints very well either, which is great. Let's put our phone inside the case. Fits on the phone perfectly, snaps into place, so you don't have to worry about the case just falling off the phone. Feels really nice in the hand. I love the way that that aramid fiber feels. If we look at it from the side, you can see that the phone is pretty much just as thick as before we put this case on there. And there's also a slight raised edge to help protect your screen when you put it face down. On the bottom here, we have that hole cutout for the charging port, your SIM card tray, and the mic. On the side, we have another big cutout for your buttons. There's that aramid fiber on the back, and we do have a slight raised edge around your camera lenses to help with protection there too. I'm telling you, if you're a minimalist and you love these thin cases, Pitaka is definitely a good brand to check out. And again, it's got that built-in MagSafe that does work with a whole bunch of different MagSafe accessories. Pitaka also makes a MagSafe car mount that works perfectly with this case. As you can see, the car mount has that same aramid fiber. The phone clips right into place and immediately starts to charge. It's got a really strong hold too, so you don't have to worry about the phone just falling off, whether it being on your desk or in your car. I'll put a link in the description if you guys want to check this out too. I've been reviewing Pitaka cases for quite a few years now, and every time I put their case on there, it never ceases to amaze me how good it feels in the hand and how great it looks on the phone. I mean, it almost doesn't even look like there's any case on the phone. If you're looking at it dead on, there's no extra bulk. I absolutely love that. So if you want some, a little bit of protection for the back and on the sides, the Pitaka MagEZ Case 4 is definitely the way to go. And with that stronger magnetic hold on the back, it's definitely a plus. And like I mentioned before, it does work with other MagSafe accessories. Here I have a MagSafe power bank. If we clip it to the back, turn it on, it starts to charge your phone pretty much immediately. And again, like I mentioned, it's got a nice strong hold, so you don't have to worry about the MagSafe accessory just falling off of your phone. And in case you're wondering, this is 600D aramid fiber. You can tell by how finely woven the aramid fiber is. And I'm going to tell you right now, this case does not come off the phone easy. So if you happen to drop your phone, you're not going to have to worry about the phone just popping out of the case. And then here we have ESR's Kickstand case. This is their Boost series. So here is the case itself. It is in a all black. I believe they also have this in a crystal clear, just like I showed you on the box as well. It's got a built-in kickstand that is made of metal. This case is also military grade drop tested, so it'll protect your phone from drops. It is made of a flexible type TPU material. Let's see how much it weighs. .43 grams. The case itself is not heavy at all, and I really do like the fact that they have the metal kickstand built in. Fits on the phone really well, feels good in the hand. It's got kind of like a smooth, rubbery type feel to it. As far as the buttons on the side, nice and clicky, easily pressable. If we look at the case from the side, you can see that there is a raised edge all the way around the screen, and we also do have some reinforcements in the corners in case you happen to drop your phone. We also have our lanyard hole in the corner bottom here. We have our cutouts on the bottom. We have our power button and volume buttons on the side here. On the back, it's got this really cool texture that doesn't show any fingerprints. We also have a raised edge around our camera lenses for protection there as well. And then we have that metal kickstand. Comes up really nice from the case. It's not flimsy at all. Again, it's made of metal and it pretty much stays in any position that you're going to be putting it in. You can put your phone up in a portrait mode so you can take some Zoom calls, something like that, or you can also put it into a landscape mode as well, watch some Netflix, YouTube, and it's angled perfectly towards your face. And then when you're done, it clips right back into the case, and it is not just going to fall out either. That's definitely a plus. I love having a kickstand. This case also does work with regular wireless charging. And just so you know, I also do have a tempered glass screen protector on my phone as well, and there's still a nice raised edge around the case for the screen protection. Now, if you're worried about wobble when you put your phone down, you don't have to because that bump is straight on the back. So when you're typing, the phone just will not wobble all around. ESR also states that this kickstand has been tested up to more than 3,000 uses, so you don't have to worry about it wearing out over time if you happen to use it a lot. I really like this texture on the back. Very cool. And like I mentioned before, it doesn't show any fingerprints on the back of the case, which is definitely a plus. It also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone either. We just have that slight kickstand bump on the bottom here. So if you're looking for a good kickstand case that's going to protect your phone from some medium drops, I would definitely recommend the ESR Kickstand case. And then here we have the ArmorBox case by I-Blason. So this is another upgraded case by I-Blason. This case is super protective. It covers your phone 360 degrees. It's got a built-in plastic screen protector. As you can see, the aggressive edge protection protects against drops. And we also have MagSafe built into the back with a metal camera cover that acts as a kickstand. This case is also military grade drop tested, and you know when your phone is in here, if you happen to drop it, it's going to be protected. This is also a two-piece design. It's got an inner plastic shell with the outer TPU portion that kind of encases your phone inside the case, so it's not going to just pop out no matter what. So the first thing we need to do is to get out the inner portion of the case, and you just peel it out just like that. Now let's see how much this case weighs. It weighs 93 grams. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to thoroughly clean off the screen on your phone, because whatever's on the screen will get trapped underneath the case, and we don't want that. So once your screen is all clean, you want to peel off the inner protector just like that. We're going to place this over the top of our phone and press it into place just like that. Make sure that this little fingerprint cover right here has no bubbles, so you want to press that down so it's nice and flush with the screen. Then we're going to take this whole piece, we're going to put it inside of the other part of the shell. Press that into place. Now your phone is totally protected. Then you can peel off the cover. And there you go. Looks really nice. If we look at the case from the side, you can see that it does add some significant bulk to the phone, but again, you have that extra protection, and look at how aggressive these corners are. You know, if you happen to drop your phone and it falls on one of these edges, it's definitely going to be protected. We also have this texturing on the side to help with grip. On the bottom, we do have our covered charging port, so no dust or anything gets inside there. On the other side, we have our power button and our separated volume buttons, again with the texture and those aggressive sides with the lanyard holes. On the back, again, we have that nice MagSafe. It's got that cool industrial look, and it also has that metal camera cover that acts as a kickstand. So you can put it down in landscape, watch some Netflix or YouTube, and I think if you sit it upright, upside down, you can also have it in portrait mode, so you can do some Zoom calls or something like that. It also protects your cameras, and you can totally have it folded over on itself, and you can just keep it that way if you really want to. Unlike some of the other cases, it kind of hangs off to the side, whereas this one does not. It fits totally in the back of the case, which I like. and then it just kind of snaps closed. And there you go. Very solid cover. It is not going anywhere, and it pretty much stays no matter where you put it, which is definitely a plus too. And then for the MagSafe, you can use these little puck MagSafe chargers. It kind of clips into place just like that, holds on there really well. Or you can use something like a MagSafe power bank like I have here. When you clip it onto the back, it immediately starts to charge your phone. Now we do have some little bumps that's keeping the MagSafe battery from totally clipping onto the back of the case, but it still works. That's why the puck charger is actually a little bit better, because it just clips right onto the MagSafe. You can also use this with regular wireless charging as well. Very protective case, feels really nice in the hand. It doesn't feel super bulky when you're holding it, but of course, if you're looking at it, it's definitely beefed up. As far as the screen goes, there is some resistance when you run your finger over it because it's not glass. It does seem to pick up some fingerprints, but we should be able to wipe those away fairly easily. Yeah, just a little bit harder than regular glass, but as you can see, it looks pretty good. There is also a cutout for our front camera, and there's cutouts for the speaker holes as well. Now let's test out our fingerprints. Fingerprints seem to still be working just fine. And if you happen to run into any problems, just re-register your fingerprints. And if that doesn't work, maybe turn up the sensitivity for your display. Buttons are nice and clicky, easily accessible. And if you want to access the top, you can still easily do so with a swipe from down top. Buttons on bottom work just as good as well. Very nice case. I'm very impressed. I love these added features with the kickstand with these really cool gnarled textures and the MagSafe capability. And again, it's not super bulky, kind of like a OTTERBOX case, but it is a little bit bulkier than a regular case itself. But again, it's going to keep your phone super protected. So if you're looking for ultimate protection, I would definitely recommend this case. And then here we have Supcase's UB Pro case. Now let's see how much this case weighs. "78 grams. Now this is a two-piece design. Again, it's got this inner plastic piece that goes over your phone, and then you put the whole piece inside the outer shell. So all you need to do is simply peel back one of these corners so you can pull out the inner shell. If you have any trouble, just stick something in the little corner to help you get started. And then just peel that inner shell out. So we're going to use the one that has the in-display fingerprint sensor screen protector already built in. So the first thing you're going to want to do is to clean off your screen. We don't want anything trapped underneath the screen in the case. Once your screen is all clean, you want to peel off the inner portion of the case just like this. We're going to press this over the top of our phone just like this. Press it on our phone, and you want to make sure that there are no bubbles underneath this little fingerprint hole right here, because that's where your fingerprint's going to be read. So then take this whole piece, we're going to put it inside the outer portion of the shell, and just press that into place, and then peel off the top protector. And there you go. Looks really nice. I like that red. This does come in quite a few different colors as well. Buttons are nice and clicky, easily pressable, very nice. It's not slippery. It's got a nice smooth rubbery type feel. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does add considerable bulk to the phone, but you're also getting protected 360 degrees. And this also does have military grade dot testing. So if you drop your phone's going to be protected. You can also see that it's got a raised edge all the way around the front of the screen, and it's got this texture on the side to help with grip. It's got those beefy corners for drops. We also have our covered charging port, so you don't get any dust or anything in there. On the other side, we have our power button and our volume buttons. On the back, it's got that nice polycarbonate hard shell with a carbon fiber inlay, And we also have a raised edge around our camera lenses for protection there as well. And it also comes with a built-in kickstand. You can open up like that. You can put your phone in landscape to watch some YouTube or something like that, or you can also stand it up in portrait so you can take some Zoom calls or something like that. And then when you're done, it easily stows right back into the case with the clip. Very cool design. I absolutely love this case. And if you're looking for something super protective, the UB Pro is definitely going to be another case you're going to want to take a look at. Now the front screen does pick up some fingerprints, but you can very easily just wipe those away. No problems there. And as far as touch goes on the screen, it is smooth, but there is a slight bit of resistance. It's not as smooth as the glass that's on the screen. There is also a cutout for your selfie camera, and there's some cutouts for your speaker as well. So now let's test out our fingerprints. Fingerprints seem to be working just fine. No problems there. And again, if you do have problems with your fingerprint, just re-register them or also turn up the sensitivity for your screen and you shouldn't have any problems. It's also crystal clear. Touch is also working perfectly fine, so there's no issues there. Even at the top, no problems. So now let's take a look at the screen and see what it would look like if you were to look at it through polarized sunglasses. And it looks pretty clear. I don't see any rainbow effect, so that's definitely a plus. And this also works with regular wireless charging as well. So if you're looking for another super protective case that's got a built-in kickstand, I would definitely recommend the Supcase UB Pro. So here is the Poetic Neon. It is a two-piece design case. It's got a hard polycarbonate back that's got a matte feel to it, surrounded by a softer TPU material. Now let's see how much this case weighs. It weighs 56 grams. It's also been military grade drop tested, so you know your phone should be protected from medium-sized drops. So let's put our phone inside the case. Fits the phone really nice, feels good in the hand. It's got a kind of like a rubbery type feel to it. The buttons on the side are easily pressable, nice and clicky. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it adds a little bit of extra bulk to the phone, but it's also getting protected from drops. We have a nice raised edge all the way around the front of the phone. We have some texture on the side for grip with that hard polycarbonate material on the side too. We have our cutouts on the bottom. We have our power button and separated volume buttons on the side. On the back, we have a rubbery type material on the sides protruding from the polycarbonate, so when you put your phone on its back, it won't slide around very much. I really like this accented orange we have around the phone, and we have a raised edge around our camera lenses for protection there as well. And if you want to use this with wireless charging, it works perfectly fine. So this is a pretty nice protective case. Again, it doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone, but it does add some pretty good drop protection to it. So here's the Poetic Neon Mag Pro. This is pretty much just like the regular Neon case, but it offers you a metal kickstand with MagSafe compatibility. Let's see how much this case weighs. 65 grams. This case has also been military grade drop tested, so if you happen to drop your phone, it should be protected from, again, medium-sized drops. Fits the phone really nice, feels good in the hand. All the buttons and everything are just the same as the Neon. The backing, hard polycarbonate back, surrounded by the softer TPU material. It's got that nice orange accent along the side. Same raised edge for camera protection. So like I mentioned before, this is exactly like the regular Neon, but it has the added feature of this metal kickstand. And it's not flimsy either. It's got a nice solid hold. It stays in pretty much any orientation you put it. It fits flush with the case, and it's also magnetic. So you can take your phone and clip it to pretty much anything that's magnetic, like your refrigerator, and it'll stay on the side. Here I have got like a little metal razor blade, and it sticks right to the case. So if you want to put your phone in a portrait mode just like this, you can take like a Zoom call, FaceTime, something like that, or you can lay your phone down in a landscape and watch some Netflix or YouTube. And it's got a nice strong hold too, so you don't have to worry. And like I mentioned before, it also has MagSafe capability. I got a MagSafe power bank here, clips on the back, really strong, and it starts to charge your phone immediately. And you also don't have to worry about your MagSafe accessory just falling off because of that nice strong hold. I, for one, love these kickstands with the magnetic capabilities on it because I have an iPhone with MagSafe accessories, and I love a kickstand because when you're, sitting down having lunch or something like that, and you want to watch something on Netflix, you don't have to prop your phone up against something. You've got your kickstand already built in, and I love the fact that it is flush with the case. Definite welcome upgrade. I absolutely love this. Again, you have a nice protective case with some extra added features. And then here we have the Guardian. Again, this is another upgraded case. This is probably one of their more protective cases. It's got a nice clear back. They've added the addition of the MagSafe ring, and it's also got another little secret that I absolutely love and welcome on any case. That's a hidden kickstand that's built right into the camera ring. How cool is that? It's nice and solid, it stays wherever you put it, and when you put it down, it acts as an extra protection for your camera lenses, but doesn't add any extra bulk to the phone because the camera lens protector that would be there initially would be plastic. So that's definitely welcome on any case, I think. It also has a built-in plastic screen protector as well, so your phone will be protected 360 degrees. Now let's see how much this case weighs. 67 grams, 68. This is a two-piece design, so all you need to do is kind of push back one of the edges, just like this, and then peel out the inner portion of the case. Now, before you put the case on the phone, you want to make sure that you thoroughly clean off your screen because whatever's on your screen will be trapped inside the case, and you don't want that. So after it's wiped off, just peel off the protectors on the inside here. You will also need to peel off this little piece here, but try not to touch the screen. If you have like a little piece of plastic or something to help you get that up, I would definitely recommend doing that instead of using your fingers. Peel that off. Then take this whole protector. We're going to put it over the top of our phone. Then take this whole protector, put it over the top of your phone, and press it into place, just like that. And make sure that you push this little circle down on top of the screen. You don't want any bubbles because that's where your fingerprint's going to read. And then take this whole thing, put it back inside the case here, just like this. Presses into place. So now your phone is totally encased inside. You don't have to worry about it coming out pretty much ever unless you want it to. And then you can peel off the top cover. And there you go. Looks nice and clear. You can see where your fingerprint is going to be. Now, if your fingerprints don't work, just re-register your fingerprints, and you might also want to turn up the sensitivity of the display as well. So I already have my fingerprints registered, so let's see if they still work. So my fingerprints still work fine. As you can see, the screen is crystal clear. Touch is working perfectly fine as well. No issues there. You can still access the top without any issues. And it looks really nice. There is a slight grip to it, so when you run your finger across it, there is some resistance. It's not as smooth as the regular glass, but it is built in. Now, if you happen to have your own tempered glass protector, they do also offer an extra insert that does not have any protector inside, so you can use this if you happen to have your own tempered glass screen protector. Now, if we look at it from the side, you can see that it does add some bulk to the phone, but again, your phone's totally protected inside this case. We do have a little texture on the side for grip. It does feel good in the hand. Buttons are very easily pressable, and it's not slippery. On the bottom here, we also have our covered charging port, so you don't have to get any dust or dirt inside. On the other side here, we have our power button and our volume buttons. On the back, we have our MagSafe ring, and we also have that metal kickstand that is protecting our camera lenses as well. As you can see, it's pretty deep. So even if you happen to put your phone back down on something, it's not going to touch those cameras. That looks really sharp. Now you can see the color of your phone. That kickstand I absolutely love, and like I mentioned, it's really solid, so you can keep your phone in a landscape mode, and if you turn it upside down, you can put it in portrait. But it folds back up into the case again with that little magnet, and it doesn't really add any extra bulk to the phone. Then you have your MagSafe ring on the back, so if you happen to have MagSafe accessories again, like I have my power bank here, you can clip this on the back, and it starts to charge your phone immediately. You might have to be careful with some of the MagSafe accessories like this power bank. As you can see, it's on top of the little ring here, which doesn't give it as strong of a hold, but even with that little separation, it still should keep your MagSafe accessory solid on the back. But the best things that would work with this are like the little rings, the little puck accessories like this here. Just kind of clips onto the back and it clears that metal ring. But as you saw, you can still use something like this as well. Super excited to see that they actually added this metal kickstand because, again, who doesn't want a kickstand on their phone? And it doesn't add any extra bulk because that was a plastic piece to begin with. They just made it into metal and into a kickstand. This case is going to be super protective. Again, your screen's protected and your camera lenses are protected on the back. So if you want a super protective case by Poetic, the Guardian is definitely the way to go. And I would definitely recommend getting this one that has MagSafe and their built-in kickstand. And here we have the Mous Limitless 5.0 Aramid case. It also comes in a walnut finish and a black leather. So again, here is the Aramid fiber case. It's not super heavy. Again, it's also lined with that nice microfiber to keep your phone from getting all scratched up. It also has the MagSafe built in, and there are those AeroShock pads that I told you about before. So in case you happen to drop your phone, these will keep your phone protected, even from extreme drops. And on the back, you have that nice smooth Aramid fiber. So the case goes in the phone, very solid. It's in there really nice, and the buttons, nice and clicky, easily pressable and accessible. I absolutely love it. Feels nice in the hand. It's got kind of like these textures on the side to help with grip. As you can see, it does have a raised edge around the front of the screen to help with protecting that, and it also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone. We have a little lanyard hole in the bottom, our cutouts on the other side. We have our power button, we have our volume buttons, a lanyard hole, and that same texture on this side too. And again on the back, we have that Aramid fiber. Doesn't show fingerprints, which is really nice, and it feels super smooth. I absolutely love the way that that feels. It also has a raised edge around your camera lenses to help protect those as well. I cannot express to you enough how nice these buttons feel on the side. They're not attached to the case. They're kind of floating and they press really easily. I think Mous has the best buttons on cases ever. And like I mentioned before, all these cases do have MagSafe built in. So if you happen to have a MagSafe accessory, like I have this power bank here, it clips very nice on the back and immediately starts to charge your phone. It's also got a nice hold on the MagSafe accessories, so you don't have to worry about the MagSafe just kind of falling off. It's got a really nice strong hold. Underneath the Aramid fiber is a polycarbonate backing, which helps keep the phone nice and rigid and strong, and it's surrounded by a TPU type rubbery material, which helps with the shock absorption. Absolutely love the Limitless 5.0 cases. Again, I like the way that they look, they feel, and again, it's also going to keep your phone nice and protected. And then here is that case in the black leather. It has all the same properties as the Aramid fiber case. Fits on the phone really nice, feels good in the hands. Again, the buttons are awesome, but the only difference is this has that leather backing and it's actual leather. It's really nice, looks really cool, and it's going to help keep your phone from getting all scratched up. And then here is the walnut. Again, same properties as both the other Limitless 5.0 cases, but this one has a walnut back. It's really smooth. It feels just like walnut. So if you like that wood kind of earthy look, this case is definitely for you. I would say the Limitless 5.0 case is one of my top favorite cases. I would definitely recommend them and I would give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Mous super thin case. This case again weighs 32.8 grams. It's a lot lighter than the Limitless and it's also super thin. So if you're more of a minimalist and you still want to give your phone some protection but keep it super thin, this is definitely going to be the case for you. This case also does not have the aero shock pads like the Limitless cases do. So it will protect your phone from smaller drops, not those extreme drops like the Limitless. We'll put our phone inside the case, clips onto the phone, really nice, and as you can see, it keeps the phone super slim. We also do still have a slight raised edge on the front of the phone to help with screen protection when you happen to put your phone face down. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the side, we have the cutouts for the actual buttons on the phone, the power and the volume buttons. And on the back, again, it's got the nice soft matte silicone type feel. And we also do have a slight raised edge to help protect the camera lenses on the back. Feels really nice in the hand. It's not slippery, but it's got a kind of like a smooth type silicone feel to it. I think this is really nice. Like I said, if you want to keep your phone super slim but offer some protection to it, this is definitely going to be that case. And then for the MagSafe, again, we have our MagSafe power bank, clips onto the back, and it'll start to charge your phone immediately. This case also has that same nice strong hold for your MagSafe accessories, so you don't have to worry about them just falling off. Now this case, just like the Limitless ones, will also accommodate an extra camera lens protector if you want to put that on as well, so that's definitely a plus there. And you can also put a screen protector on the front to give you a little more screen protection while using this case as well. And even though this does have a MagSafe ring in the back, you can also use it with regular wireless chargers as well. And because this case has the matte back, it does keep the fingerprints down as well, which is always good. The case is also on the phone really well, so the case isn't just going to pop off. You really have to put some force to try to get the case off. And as you can see, it'll clip right onto the phone. It's on there nice and strong, so you don't have to worry about your phone just popping out of this case. The buttons are also, as you can see, a little recessed inside the case, but you can still easily press them, and it keeps them protected from being scratched up. The phone feels like it really doesn't almost have a case on it, it's that thin. So if you're looking for a nice minimalist case that's still going to offer your phone some protection and give you that added MagSafe accessory back, I would definitely recommend this case, and I'm going to give it a thumbs up. And then here we have the Lappi case by Whitestone Dome. So this is a totally clear case. As you can see, it does have MagSafe built in, and it also has a UV coating with anti-fingerprint. Looks really nice. It does have a nice hard polycarbonate back, and it's surrounded by a softer rubbery TPU. Let's see how much this case weighs. "44 grams. Put our phone inside the case here. Fits the phone perfectly. Feels nice in the hand. It's got a good grip to it. As far as the buttons goes, nice and clicky, easily accessible. If we look at the case from the side, we can see that it doesn't add a lot of extra bulk. We also have a raised edge all the way around the front of the screen. As you can see, we also have some extra little airbag protectors for drops in the corners. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the other side, we have our power button and our volume buttons that are separated, which I love. On the back, you can see the nice color of your phone. We have our MagSafe ring, and we also have a little raised edge for our camera lenses for extra protection there as well. Looks really nice. Now let's test out the MagSafe. I've got a little MagSafe power bank right here. We'll clip it onto the back. Clips onto the back nicely and starts to charge your phone immediately. It also has a really nice hold on the back, so you don't have to worry about your MagSafe accessory just falling off. Wow, it's got a nice strong hold. That's definitely a plus. Now you are probably going to get some fingerprint smudges on the back, but again, you can just very easily wipe those away if you need. That's the price you pay when you get a crystal clear case to show off the nice color of your phone. And this also works with regular wireless charging as well. So this is definitely a nice clear case. It's one of the nicer clear cases that I've actually tested. Like I said, it feels good in the hand. It's got that nice grip. It also has a nice strong MagSafe magnet, that nice hard back to protect from drops, as well as in the corners. So if you're looking for a good clear case that has MagSafe built in, I would definitely recommend this case. So here we have the Spigen Tough Armor case. Let's see how much the case weighs. This is a two-piece design case, so it's got a hard polycarbonate shell surrounded by a softer TPU, so it's going to be a little heavier. And this one weighs 57 grams. So again, here is that case. It's got a little plastic kickstand on the bottom here. I don't have nails, so it's kind of hard to get out. But it's not very substantial. It's just kind of like a little flimsy piece of plastic, but it will get the job done. On the inside, we have some foam pieces to help protect the phone when it is dropped. This case is also military grade drop tested. Fits on the phone nicely, feels good in the hand. It's got a nice smooth type of rubbery feel on the sides. The buttons are also easily accessible and clicky. If we look at the case from the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge all the way around the front of the phone. And we also have some reinforcements in the corners here again for that drop protection. Here we have the polycarbonate that goes the length, almost the length of the phone. We have our cutouts on the bottom. We have our kind of serrated textured power button on the side, our separated flat volume buttons. On the back, it's got that gunmetal look. We have that kickstand again, and it's also got a slight raised edge around our camera lenses for some protection there as well. So let's open the kickstand again. It's, like I said, I don't have nails, so it's kind of hard to open up this kickstand. There we go. So you can put your phone down in a landscape mode, but it's not going to work in portrait. So you only have really this orientation, but you can watch Netflix or YouTube, something like that. Clips back into place. We have the TPU on the top and the bottom, and the rest of the phone is covered by that hard polycarbonate. This also comes in a black as well. Not too bad. It is a little bit thicker than some other cases, but again, you're getting a little bit more protection too. This case also works perfectly fine with regular wireless charging. And the nice thing about this back is you're not going to see fingerprints either. You can touch it all you want. Unless you have like really, greasy, dirty hands, you really shouldn't see very much on the back here either. So that's definitely a plus. I'm definitely not a huge fan of the two-piece design cases. I prefer the one piece because sometimes the back kind of starts to lift off of the TPU. But again, it's going to give you more drop protection than some of the other cases, so it's up to you. And then here we have the Spigen Ultra Hybrid case. This case is a one-piece design, and it's a little lighter feeling. And it weighs about 36 grams. It does have a kind of frosted, transparent design on the back, so you can still kind of see the color of your phone. Just peel off the cover here. It does have a nice matte kind of texture, and it's not going to show fingerprints either because of that matte look. I absolutely love that. So it's got this hard polycarbonate shell on the back, and it's surrounded by a softer rubbery type TPU. We also have the protector on the inside as well. We'll put the phone inside the case. Fits the phone really well, snaps into place very solid, feels good in the hand. Again, it's got that soft rubbery type feel. It's not slippery, but it's not grippy either. Buttons on the side, easily pressable, nice and clicky. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it is fairly slim. We do have a raised edge all the way around the front of the screen. We have our Spigen logo on the side. We have our cutouts on the bottom. We have our power button and volume buttons on the side. On the back here again, it's got that nice matte, hard polycarbonate shell. Doesn't show any fingerprints, feels really cool, nice and slick. And it also has a slight raised edge to protect our camera lenses. It also has some slight raised edges in the corner, so when you put your phone face down and you tap on it, it's not going to rock all over the place, which I absolutely love. This also works really well with regular wireless charging too. This does seem to be a really nice slim case, and I always am a big fan of the frosted back because when you buy a phone and you pick out a color, you don't want to cover it up with a case, and it's nice that they have this frosted clear back so you can still see that, but it's not going to show fingerprints all over the place. And you get that, still protection around the edge of the phone. I actually like this case. I think it's going to offer you some fairly good protection. It's definitely not the best because it's not super thick, but it is going to keep your phone nice and slim and still offer your phone some drop protection. And then here we have the Spigen Liquid Air case. This case already feels pretty light. Let's see what the scale says. 34 grams, so not too bad. It is pretty slim, and it's made of a TPU material. There is no hard parts on this case. It's got that cool design in the side, cool texture on the back. Put our phone inside the case. Fits the phone really well. It feels solid on the phone, feels good in the hand. Buttons on the side, nice and clicky. If we take a look at it from the side, you can see that it doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone. It's got kind of like this texture on the side to help with grip, and we also have a raised edge all the way around the phone. We have our cutouts on the bottom. We have our power button and our volume buttons along with that kind of serrated texture. It looks really cool. On the back, it's got that really cool looking texture as well, and it also has a slight raised edge to protect our cameras on the back. This case also works fine, just like the other cases, with regular wireless charging. So if you want a case that's going to give your phone some protection from drops while still keeping your phone fairly slim, the Liquid Air is definitely a nice choice. I like the texture on the back. I'm not a huge fan of the super thick cases that protect your phone from drops, but if you have kids or you're working somewhere, you're worried about your phone dropping and getting damaged, you probably want something thinner. But if you're not too worried about that, again, you just want some protection for your phone while keeping your phone nice and thin, this is definitely a nice case. This also comes in a dark green as well. And then here we have the Ultra Hybrid in a totally clear back, not frosted like the other one. This case is 35 grams. It also has the protective covers on the outer side and on the inside as well. And as you can see, the case is totally clear, so if you don't want that frosted look, this is definitely the way to go. It does feel really nice and light. Put our phone in the case. Fits just as well as all the other ones. Feels good in the hand. Again, it's got that smooth, rubbery type feel. Buttons are easily accessible and pressable. Nice and clicky. If you look at it from the side, you can see that it's got a raised edge all the way around the phone. We have our Spigen logo, our cutouts on the bottom, our power button and the volume buttons on the side, and there we have the clear back. Now, unlike the matte, because this is totally clear, it is going to pick up some fingerprints. But you can just very easily wipe those away with little effort. So not too bad. But if you want a totally clear case, that's what you're going to be getting, no matter what case you get. It also has a raised edge around our camera lenses for some protection there. For me, I prefer the matte always because I can't stand fingerprints getting all over my phone. And with the frosted, you can still see the color of the phone, but again, you don't have the fingerprints. Whereas the clear, yes, you can see the back of the phone really clearly, the logo, but then you have to contend with all the fingerprints you're going to get on the phone. So it's got the hard polycarbonate back for protection and a soft TPU material on the sides. Again, this case works perfectly fine with regular wireless charging. So again, if you want a case that's going to give your phone some protection while not being totally clear, this is definitely a good option. And here we have the Spigen liquid crystal case. This is a totally clear case. So again, this case feels pretty light. It is 35 grams. It is made of a TPU material. There is no hard parts on this case whatsoever, but it is totally clear. Put our phone in the case here. Fits the phone very nicely. It feels grippy in the hand. The buttons are easily pressable, nice and clicky. If we look at it from the side, you can see that it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the phone. There's also some reinforcements in the corner there for drop protection. We have our cutouts on the bottom. We have our kind of textured power button on the side. There's our volume buttons. And we have that crystal clear backing. Feels kind of rubbery when you touch it. And we do have a raised edge to help protect our camera lenses. So if you want a totally clear case and you're not worried about, a lot of drop protection, but still keeping the phone pretty slim, this is definitely a good option. And the case does work perfectly fine with regular wireless charging. So again, even though it's going to show off the color of your phone on the back, if you do touch this a lot, you are going to get, some smudges and whatnot, but you can easily wipe those away. But that's what you're going to contend with when you get the totally clear case and not the matte. And then here we have the Spigen rugged armor case. See how much this case weighs. This case weighs 40 grams. It still feels pretty light. Again, this is another TPU type case, but this is one of my personal favorites. I've used the rugged armor case personally on quite a few of my Galaxy devices, and I've never had any issues whatsoever. Looks really nice, offers some good drop protection, and it feels really cool. Fits the phone perfectly, feels really nice in the hand. It's got kind of texture on the side to help with grip. And it also has reinforcements in the corners in case you happen to drop your phone. If you look at it from the side, you can see it's got a same raised edge around the front of the phone. It also keeps your phone fairly slim as well. It's got that cool texture on the side. Again, the reinforcements in the corners, cutouts on the bottom. Our power button and volume buttons on the side with that same texture. And on the back, it's got this little carbon fiber inlay and this really nice kind of texture, not really rough, but I don't know, kind of like papery texture material, but it doesn't show fingerprints, which I love. And it's also got a slight raised edge around our cameras for protection there as well. And this case also works with regular wireless charging. So for my case, I like a case that is going to keep the phone pretty slim, but still offer some better than average drop protection. And that's what this case offers you, because it has, again, some larger reinforcements in the corner. So if you happen to drop your phone and it hits these corners, your phone is going to be protected. And I will tell you that I have dropped past phones in this case, and they survived without any nicks or dings. And I suspect that it's going to be the same for the Galaxy S24 Plus. So the rugged armor case, definitely a fan favorite for me. Again, keeps your phone pretty slim, looks really cool, doesn't show any fingerprints, and gives you some really nice drop protection. And then here we have the Ultra Hybrid in a clear. So let's see how much this case weighs. About 35 grams. It's got a hard polycarbonate back surrounded by a rubbery type TPU. Now before you put your phone inside the case, we want to remove these protectors on the inside. We'll put our phone inside. And then you can remove the back protector. You can see it shows off the color of your phone. Very nice. Feels good in the hand. It's got a bit of a grip to it. Buttons on the side. Easily pressable, nice and clicky. If we look at the case from the side, you can see there's a slight raised edge all the way around the front of the phone. On the side here, we have our Spigen logo. We also have some little airbags in the corners for some extra drop protection. The case also doesn't add a lot of extra bulk to the phone, and it's got these slight raised edges on the bottom of the case, so when you put your case on its back, you don't have to worry about it wobbling around if you're typing. If you look at the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the other side, we have a textured power button and our volume buttons. On the back, again, shows off the color of your phone. And as far as fingerprints, it does seem to pick up very minor fingerprints. Of course, it just all depends on how, dirty or greasy your fingers are. But you can easily wipe those away. And we also do have a slight raised edge for camera protection as well. Pretty nice case. And it also does work with regular wireless charging too. So if you're looking for a totally clear Spigen case, I would definitely go with the clear Ultra Hybrid. And the back of the case does have some pretty good grip to it as well. If you run your finger across it, it does feel pretty grippy. But it's more like a plasticky grip, not like a rubbery type grip. And then here we have the UAG Pathfinder case. This has been military grade drop tested up to 18 feet. So here is the case. It does feel pretty light. Let's see how much it actually weighs. 42 grams. Not too bad. It's got a really nice design. It's got a nice hard polycarbonate back, and it does have MagSafe built in. It's got this cool little honeycomb pattern on the inside, and it's surrounded by a softer TPU. Put our phone in the case. Fits the phone pretty nice. Feels good in the hand. Buttons are super clicky. Very easily pressable. And as you can see, they protrude out the side so you can find them pretty easy. Very nice. If we turn the phone to the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge all the way around the front of the screen. And it's got a pretty aggressive texture on the side to help with grip. We also have some reinforced edges in the corners to help with drops. We have our cutouts on the bottom, our lanyard holes on both sides. We have our power button and our volume buttons over here on the other side. On the back, it's got that really industrial kind of look to it. We also have a raised edge around the camera lenses to help protect those as well. And if you want to put a MagSafe power bank on the back and clip this in the back like that, charges your phone, and the MagSafe seems to hold on there pretty good as well. So you don't have to worry about it just falling off. Another thing that I absolutely love that they did is they accounted for things like this MagSafe battery, and they actually made a little cutout where the cameras are. So when you put your MagSafe accessory down, unlike other cases, the MagSafe power bank doesn't go up on the little lip of the camera ledge, so you get that flat flush connection with the MagSafe. That is something I have yet to see on any other case. That's pretty good forward thinking. Holds on to the case pretty good. Very nice. It's a pretty cool design, and I think they have other colors as well to this. So definitely not a bad case either, and it also works with regular wireless charging as well. The case is also a little bit bulkier than some other cases, but again, you're getting that 18-foot drop protection. So if you're looking for a case that looks different than other cases, it's got some really good drop protection and MagSafe built in, I would definitely recommend the UAG Pathfinder. I like this case, it's pretty nice. I like these buttons. They're super easy to find, very easily pressable. I absolutely love that. And then here we have the OTTERBOX Symmetry case in orange. So here is that Symmetry case. It's got a nice hard polycarbonate backing with a really nice matte texture on it, and it's surrounded by a softer TPU material. Let's see how much this case weighs. 42 grams. Feels nice in the hand. Let's put our phone inside. Seems to fit the phone pretty well. It does feel good in the hand. It's not slippery. It's got a little bit of a grip to it. As far as the buttons goes, the buttons are clicky and easily pressable, but they're almost flush with the case. So they might be a little hard to find through your pocket or even in your pocket. If we look at the case from the side, you can see it does have a slight raised edge all the way around the screen. We have our OTTERBOX logo on the side. We have our cutouts on the bottom, our power button and our volume buttons on the side. On the back, again, it's got that nice, hard, rigid polycarbonate material, and there's a slight raised edge to protect our camera lenses as well. This case is also military grade drop tested, and it's made from 50% recycled materials. Not too bad. And if you put your phone face down, the TPU will keep the phone from sliding all over the place, which is definitely a plus. Again, like I said, it does feel nice in the hand. It's a very simple case. There's really not a lot to it. I mean, the back has that kind of matte texture, so you're not going to get any fingerprints, and the TPU on the sides is going to protect your phone from drops. So not so bad. The only thing I will say is because this whole back is that matte type of material, it is slippery. So if you put your phone down on something hard, your phone will just slide all over the place. Like I used to use a Symmetry case on one of my old LG phones, and I used to sit in my recliner, and the recliner had metal like handles on the side, and I would put my phone down, and the handles were curved, kind of curved too, and I would put my phone down on the side armrest, and the phone would just slide off. And this one time it fell backwards, hit one of the elliptical machines right on the glass, and cracked it. So it's just something to keep in mind. That's my experience with these harder type material backings. They are kind of slippery when you put them down on, you know, harder materials. But other than that, it's really not a bad case, so I would definitely recommend it if you're looking for a case that's pretty simple and it's going to protect your phone. And here we have the Fashion Pro case, and here we have a case by Humixx. I really like these cases by Humixx. They have the nice soft kind of frosted backing that is a hard kind of TPU material, but again, they're nice and soft, and they're surrounded by TPU rubber as well to keep your phone safe even if you happen to drop it. Now let's see how much this case weighs. 40 grams. Put our phone inside the case. Case fits pretty good on the phone. Feels nice in the hand. It does have a little bit of a smooth type feel to it. It's not slippery. As far as the buttons goes, buttons feel good on the side. Easily pressable. If we look at the case from the side, you can see that it does have a raised edge all the way around the front of the phone, and these corners of the case also have a little reinforcement for drop protection. We have our lanyard holes in the bottom corner, cutouts on the bottom. We also have our power button and volume buttons on the other side. And on the back again, it's got that nice frosted back that feels kind of soft, and it shows off the color of your phone still. And we have a raised edge around our camera lenses to protect those too when you put your phone on its back. Now this case does pick up some fingerprints, as you can see, kind of from the side and right here. It kind of makes it look a little dirty. Let's see how easily we can wipe those away. Yeah, they come off with very minimal effort, so it's really not that bad. But if you don't wipe it off, it can show fingerprints all over the place. And the case also works with regular wireless charging. Let's see how easily we can swipe up. We can touch the bottom very easily, swipe down from the top, so the edges have no impact on that either. Very nice. Just a very nice, simple case that does show off the color of your phone. And as you can see, my fingerprint got on the bottom here. Right there. So that's what you're looking at. You can get fingerprints like that on your screen. Let's see how easily that wipes away. So it takes a little bit of elbow grease. You can make them dull somewhat, but I can still kind of see them. So actually, if you kind of have greasier fingers and you touch the back of the case, that's what it could look like, and it might not come off as easy. Just something to keep in mind. But other than that, this is a really nice case. Again, it feels good in the hand. I like the way that the buttons feel. It's got a nice protective edge all the way around the front of the case. The only thing is it might show some fingerprints. And here we have a leather folio case by Sinianl. So here is the case. It looks pretty nice. This also does come in quite a few different colors. It smells like it could be real leather. It's got a little embossment in the bottom corner here. Pretty nice stitching. Looks pretty nice. It does have a magnetic clasp that seems to hold pretty good. Not bad. On the inside, you can put some of your cards, and it's got a soft type TPU case. Let's see how much it weighs. $79 grams. Let's put our phone inside the case. Seems to clip onto the phone pretty good. Feels nice in the hand. I mean, if you're holding it with one hand like this, or you can kind of fold it over and hold the phone like this. It also acts as like a little kickstand, so you can kind of watch things in landscape mode if you want to. And as you can see, it's a pretty simple TPU case. It's really nothing special. I'm not sure how much this would protect against drops, but if we look at the case from the side, you can see it does have a slight raised edge around the front of the phone. On the bottom, we have our cutouts. On the side, we have our lanyard hole and our buttons, the power button and the volume rocker. Let's see how easily you can press those. So these little pieces here kind of get in the way of the power button. I'm not sure how big of a deal that is, because you can always kind of tap on your phone to, wake it up. That might not be a problem for you, but if you plan on touching the power button, you're probably going to have a hard time. But at least you can get to your volume buttons fairly easy. Just this right here it gets in the way. But this does look like a really nice case. It does seem like It picks up maybe some fingerprints, just a little bit. Not too bad. But the case does seem like it's really well made, and when you close it, it just kind of automatically clips together because of the magnets. That seems to work really well. And like I said before, the front of the case is not just going to flop open. The magnets are holding on pretty good. Good enough to where it's not going to just fall open. And if you want to wirelessly charge, let's see if it'll work. So it does seem like you can wirelessly charge right through the case. So that's definitely a plus. I really like this magnet. I mean, just watch how it closes. It just clips right together. So not too bad, other than that little flaw where this little clasp is in the way of the power button. Other than that, everything seems to be pretty good. Like I said, I really like the way that you can kind of angle this up towards your face. It holds your cards, and you also have a bigger pocket inside here for money or whatever else you want to put, and then it just simply clips back together by itself. That's awesome. That's one of the best magnetic clips that I've seen work on a folio case yet. So other than the flaw that I showed you, this does seem like a pretty nice folio case. And here we have another folio case by FOLUU. So here is the case. It kind of looks like it's surrounded in a jean type material, but it's really not. It just kind of looks like it. Let's see how much the case weighs. $77 grams. It's got a little fold here that's held in place with magnets. Seems to clip on there pretty good. Has some holes in the top here for when you're making phone calls. It's got a very simple TPU case. We also have a little card holder here in case you want to put your ID. They have a little clear cover here, and you can also put some money in this big pocket. And it also has kind of like a folding feature where you can use your phone in a landscape as a kickstand. So let's put our phone inside the case. Seems to hold on to the phone pretty good. Does feel good in the hand. Again, like I said, you can use it as a kickstand, and it's aimed perfectly at your face. You can watch some Netflix or YouTube. If you look at a case from the side, as you can see, it's not very thick. We have our cutouts on the bottom here. We have our power button and our volume buttons on the side. And when we have the case folded, you can still access your buttons on the side, which is pretty important. So the little flap doesn't really get in the way. You can kind of fold it over on itself if you need. You can access your buttons very easily, very clicky. Not bad. On the back here, it does have a raised edge to protect your camera lenses as well. And then when you want to close it up, the little magnetic hold holds pretty good. So the case isn't just going to flop open. Seems to do a pretty good job at holding the case closed. Not too bad. This also does come in quite a few other different colors. Let's see if this can wirelessly charge through the case. And there you go. So you don't need to take your phone out of the case if you want to wirelessly charge. Now, one thing I will mention about the materials of this case, it does seem to be a little cheaper, and it does seem like it would fray a lot easier, especially if you're going to take this in and out of your purse. It looks like it would definitely wear these edges down a lot more than some of the other cases. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. But it doesn't seem to be a really, bad case other than like the cheapness of the material. And as far as drop protection goes, it will probably protect your phone from drops, but maybe not that high. I'm sure if you drop this case from a good enough height, this thing would probably flop right open and it might damage your phone. But for most case uses, little drops would probably be fine. And here we have a case by Casecoo. And here is the case itself. It is a totally clear case. It does have a fairly rigid back. It does flex a little bit, and it's surrounded by a soft rubber type TPU material. Now this case also does come with a little folding plastic stand. So when you're sitting around eating lunch or something, you can put your phone inside this little stand just like this, and it'll hold your phone up. Not too bad. Let's see how much this case weighs. $32 grams. So we'll go ahead and put our phone inside the case. Seems to fit pretty good. It's got a nice grip to the case itself. As far as the buttons goes, nice and clicky, easily accessible. If we look at the case from the side, you can see it doesn't add a lot of bulk to the phone. It does have a slight raised edge around the screen. It's not super high, so if you were to put a screen protector on here, it would be even less. On the sides, it's kind of got like these little dots to keep down the rainbow effect. In the corners, it does seem to be reinforced in case you happen to drop it. We have our cutouts on the bottom, our power button and our volume buttons on the side, and it's nice and clear on the back. Shows off the color of your phone, very nice. Let's see what happens when we put our fingerprints on here. Not too bad. It does show some fingerprints, but it's really barely noticeable, and then you can very easily just wipe these away. And it looks brand new. We also do have a raised edge around our camera lenses as well, so those should be protected. And this also does work with wireless charging. And again, here we have that folding stand. So if you have the case on your phone, you can simply put the case and the phone inside the stand, just like this, and it'll hold it up. The only thing is it's really not angled towards your face. It's kind of going towards my chest, so you'd have to put the phone maybe back a little bit more than you would usually use. Let's see if we can use this in a portrait mode as well, and you can. So it does work in a portrait mode as well. So that's nice because the case has a lack of a kickstand. They give you this little, plastic kickstand to compensate for that. So definitely not a bad clear case. It's just very simple, nothing to it. It's clear, it protects your phone from probably, small drops, but at least your phone will be more protected than it was before. So if you've stuck with me this far, thank you so much for all your support. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if there was a case that you didn't see in this video that you'd like to see in future videos, let me know in the comments below. I'd also really like to know what your favorite case was out of all the ones we've tested here today. Let me know which one you picked and why. Now we're going to go over the cases that I personally thought were the best based on different categories. So the first category is going to be the best minimalist case. And as you can see, I have all three of the cases that I reviewed up front here, and that's because they're all pretty similar. They're all made from 600D aramid fiber or Kevlar. They're very light, they're very strong, they all have MagSafe built in, and they're all going to be offering pretty much the same protection. Here we have the Benks made from 600D Kevlar, we have the Pitaka made from 600D aramid fiber, and we have the Thinborne made from 600D aramid fiber. All three of these cases are going to be a great minimalist option for you. I think the Benks came in just a little bit more premium feeling because the ring around the camera lens on the Benks was made of aluminum, where the other ones were made of plastic or just from the aramid fiber case itself. But I would definitely recommend all three of these cases. Ultimately, it just comes down to your taste. The next category is going to be the best clear case, and here we have the Whitestone Lappi case, and we have the Ringke Clear Matte case. Both of these cases are good options and they have their different features. The Whitestone has MagSafe built in and it's totally clear, so it might show fingerprints on the back of the case a little more, whereas the Ringke doesn't have MagSafe built in, but it does have a matte back on the case, so it's not going to show fingerprints nearly as much as the Whitestone Dome. But I think both these cases provide about the same protection. The next category is going to be some cases that give your phone some upgraded drop protection over a regular case while still keeping your phone somewhat slim. Here we have the Benks Armor Pro case, which has 600D aramid fiber. We also have the Ringke Fusion X, which is one of my personal favorites. And then we also have the Spigen Rugged Armor. I've used all three of these cases and I absolutely love the way that they feel in your hand. And like I mentioned before, they keep your phone somewhat slim while upgrading the drop protection. The Benks case feels really good in the hand, and the aramid fiber is super smooth and premium feeling on the back, along with the camera ring, which is made of a metal, and it also adds to the premium feel of the case. It also has that rubbery type material that kind of protrudes up above the screen to help give it more protection there too. The Ringke case is pretty light. It also has a nice clear back to show off the color of your phone, and it has reinforcements in the corner of the case to add to the drop protection. It also feels really good in the hands, and the buttons are very easy to find and to click. The Spigen Rugged Armor is also pretty thin, and it has some beefed up corners to help with drop protection while still keeping the phone nice and slim, and it has a nice texture on the back with a carbon fiber inlay. The next category is going to be the best folio case. Here I have the Sinianl Folio case, and we also have a folio case by Base. The things I liked about the Sinianl case is it seemed like it was made out of a pretty good material. It also comes in different colors other than just purple. The stitching seemed to be pretty good as well. The main thing about the case that I really loved was the magnetic clasp on it. As soon as the cover came in contact with the other side, it immediately attached to each other, so there was no messing around with a little flap. The base folio wallet was also equally as good, and it had some other features that the Sinianl did not have. The inner portion of the case could be detached from the folio cover, which is great, and the case itself also has the leather backing as well. The base folio wallet is also made out of some premium materials, which I love, and it's also been drop tested up to 10 feet, which the Sinianl has not. So it all really depends on what you're looking for. Do you want something that's functional and aesthetically looks good, or do you want something that has all that as well as some drop protection? The next category are going to be cases that offer you excellent drop protection while adding just a little bit more bulk to your phone. Here we have the Mous Limitless 5.0 case, we have the UAG Pathfinder case, and then here we have the base ProTech case. All three of these cases offer some really great drop protection, and they also all have MagSafe built in. My personal favorite out of the three is going to be the Mous Limitless 5.0 case. I absolutely love the way that the aramid fiber case looks on the phone, and the buttons feel nice and clicky and very easily pressable. That's just something that matters to me, but you might be different. Next up is the UAG Pathfinder case. This case is definitely a lot more blocky than the other two, but it's going to offer you some really great drop protection, and the buttons on the side are very clickable. The other thing that I absolutely loved about the UAG case that no other case has seemed to have done yet is they made a little cutout where the camera lens ring is on the back. So if you're going to use a MagSafe power bank, the power bank can sit flush on the case and not be over the little bump of the camera lens. And then lastly, we have the base ProTech case. This case is also going to offer you some really good drop protection. It has a two-piece design. It's also got MagSafe built in, but the thing about the ProTech case is it has a raised edge around the camera for protection, but it's all flush. So if you're going to be using a power bank or something like that on the back, you won't have to worry about the power bank hitting any camera lens ring because again, everything's flush. And it also looks and feels great in the hand. The last category is going to be for the cases that offer you best overall drop protection, but these cases are definitely bulkier than all the other cases we've reviewed. Here we have the I-Blason ArmorBox case, and we also have the Supcase UB Pro. Both these cases are going to offer you excellent drop protection because they're beefed up in the corners or all the way around the phone, and they also cover your phone 360 degrees with a built-in screen protector. My personal favorite out of these two cases is definitely going to be the I-Blason ArmorBox case. Not only does it have beefed up corners for excellent drop protection, but it also has MagSafe built in, and it also has a metal camera cover that you can open and close that also acts like a kickstand. The Supcase UB Pro is also a good option. It's definitely bulkier than the I-Blason ArmorBox, but the UB Pro comes with a belt clip, It also does have a kickstand and a built-in screen protector, but it doesn't come with any MagSafe. But you can still wirelessly charge through the case itself. So again, if you guys want to pick up any of the cases you saw in this video, I will be putting product links in the video description. And if you guys enjoyed the video, it would really help out the channel if you gave me a thumbs up and consider subscribing. Hitting the like button also lets me know that you like what I'm doing here and you'd want to see more videos just like this. I'd also recommend checking out my best and worst screen protector video that I did for the brand new Galaxy S24 Plus, and you can check that out by clicking on the video you see on your screen right now. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one.